Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome to Super Breakfast Friends Club.
I didn't come prepared for this show.
When have you ever?
Sometimes.
What did you call me for?
Mostly to tell you to stop talking to me.
Oh,
I'm very busy right now.
well, I'm recording. What are you doing?
I was playing Monster Hunter.
I was playing Persona 5 when you rudely interrupted.
I didn't know that. You were well informed that I was playing Monster Hunter, though, and you said not one word.
Exactly. And you just called me all of the sudden out of the blue and said, I really want to talk about Kirby right now. Can you record it?
You said I'm desperate to talk about Kirby. I need to record this episode so bad of this show that I love so much.
Play the theme song.
'It's Kirby.
Did you remember what this show's about?
Kirby? Of the Stars?
That's the guy.
Wow, I didn't know that.
You love Kirby.
I do love Kirby.
Everybody loves
So
Kirby.
How could you not love Kirby?
I know, it's impossible not to love Kirby, even when he's in kind of a bad show.
The show isn't the worst. I was very bored by this episode.
So we watched the third episode of the Kirby anime, which is called What? Battle with Sir Meta Knight?
So dramatic. Calm down, Kirby.
It's written by Soji Yoshikawa, who also wrote the first two episodes that we watched already. Did you remember that we watched 2 episodes of this already?
Yeah.
I didn't.
I kind of thought that we watched more.
No, just 2. This is number 3.
Cool.
It aired on October 20th, 2001, and we open with Kirby sleeping in the tree next to his house in the morning. Because, I don't know if you remembered, but last episode we watched, they built Kirby a house.
Yeah, and he rejected it.
Yeah, he wasn't very interested in it.
He wants to sleep in the tree.
And that's what he's doing.
What a guy.
So when Tiff, Tuff, Lololo, and La 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 knock on the door and wake up Tokori, who's actually sleeping in the house, they find out that Kirby still prefers the nest. Still sleeping in Tokori's nest while Tokori has taken over the house.
Tokori has tucked himself into a bed.
Yeah, it's pretty funny that this little bird is all tucked up in a bed. Kirby eventually accepts the house, I'm pretty sure, but...
Once he becomes a little less feral.
Yeah. I mean, this is his house in the games. Whenever we see Kirby's house in the games, it's this house.
I've seen it. I played Superstar.
Yeah, it's in Forgotten Land as well, I think. And probably some others, I don't remember.
Can you eat and become your own house?
No, I don't think so. I don't think there's a house
Lame.
ability. Kirby solved the housing crisis just by becoming a house.
How would that solve the housing crisis? He's one house.
Well, I don't think there is a housing crisis in Dreamland, so one house will probably do it. I think Kirby caused the housing crisis by coming to Dreamland, in fact.
Yeah, they did have to build him a house special for him.
Yeah, that was the housing crisis. There was one extra person and he didn't have a house.
Kirby is a natural disaster.
I guess that's true. Yeah, it came down from the sky in a meteorological disaster, and then
He's eaten everyone out of house and home.
he's just causing all kinds of errant windstorms with his lips.
He opened fire in a police station.
That's not a natural disaster, though. That's a very unnatural disaster.
Kirby is natural, and he is a disaster.
I think if that's the criteria, then there's no such thing as an unnatural disaster.
That's
right?
not true.
What's an
There
unnatural?
are unnatural things out there.
Oh. So the possibilities are natural disaster or supernatural disaster.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, see, I've got a mixture of... I can't remember what the Japanese names for the children in this show are, which is why I call them Tiff and Tuff, which are their English names.
I want to say it's Fumu and Boon.
That does sound right. Yeah, okay. Because I usually use the English names for the kids, but I refuse to use the English names for Lololo and La La La. Because why did they change their names?
For funsies.
They're called Fololo and Falala, I think, in English.
It's basically the same.
I know, and they're existing characters. Why do you need to change them?
I don't know, because it was for kids.
Yeah, I guess that's the only real explanation we need. Anyway, the kids ask if Meta Knight has been by this morning, and just then the postman arrives with a letter from Meta Knight, formally challenging Kirby to a duel.
Can you imagine sending a letter to a baby saying that you want to fight?
I love that Kirby, he clearly doesn't understand what the letter says. He's just so excited that he got a letter. They're just like, you got a letter from Meta Knight, and he's like, yeah!
Friends! He's so cute.
He's very cute. So, Tokori goes and blabs to the townfolk about the duel.
Why does he blab to the townfolk about the duel?
Tokori, I think, is just one of these people who are like, I know something, and I'm gonna get everyone's attention with it.
I know the type.
Yeah.
You're right.
That's all it is, I think. Kirby has gone down to Kabu Valley, which is where the duel is taking place, and the kids tell him what they overheard that morning.
Because their parents, work in the castle, right?
Yeah, I don't know exactly what their jobs are, but yeah, they live in the castle because their parents work in the castle.
It took me a second. I was like, why are these children just creeping around Dedede's castle?
Yeah, I know. And it's not really explained in this episode that they live there.
No.
There's a lot of people that live in the castle for some reason. It's like the opposite of Lara Croft. You know how Lara Croft had that giant mansion and 2 people lived in it?
Yeah.
In Dedede's castle, even though he's like the show's secondary antagonist, I guess, there's like over 1,000 people that live in this castle. That's not an exaggeration.
That's why they don't have a housing crisis, because they just squeeze everybody in the castle.
Yeah. It's just funny that Dedede is like such a more selfish character than Lara Croft is supposed to be, but you know, he's letting everybody live in his castle.
I don't see Lara offering her mansion to anybody.
She straight up told us that there's like 82 bedrooms in the place.
Yeah.
and
what's his face just has to go dust them all every day.
Yeah, or at least he gets to sleep in one.
True.
But that's the only staff she's got. That one butler.
That feels cruel to him.
It does.
That's too much work.
Yeah. Maybe she hires in, she outsources a cleaning company or something.
Maybe. They just don't get to stay on the premises because she doesn't trust them.
Yeah.
You weren't approved by my father. You can't live here.
She's only got the one butler who she knows isn't going to steal all the priceless artifacts or break into the ancient Egypt room.
If we have one more incident in the ancient Egypt room, I'm closing it down for good. Keep your gun-toting robot out.
I don't think we really talked enough about the fact that Lara Croft has an ancient Egypt room in her mansion.
No. But it's like the danger room, the X-Men danger room to her.
Except I don't think it was like a VR room, because that's like a VR room, right?
No, but that's where she goes to do her tomb raiding exercises.
I know, but what I'm getting at is who rebuilds it every time she smashes it up?
Probably the butler.
Probably the butler. Anyway, I don't know who Dedede stuff are. Like, hang on, I just want to have a think about this. So, we know that there's a family of 4 living in there with 2 children. Escargoon, I guess, lives in there. You think Meta Knight, Sword Knight, and Blade Knight all live in there?
I feel like Meta Knight might be a drifter, but at the same time, since he's like in service of the king or whatever, I guess it would make sense to stay on the premises.
Yeah. And then I know this because I looked it up earlier when I was wondering about how things work in this show. But there's an episode where they're trying to figure out how many Waddle Dees live in the castle, and Escargoon loses count at over 1,500 Waddle Dees.
I feel like Waddle Dee are like insects. They just kind of get into your house. There's an uncountable amount. You kind of stop trying to keep track after a while until they become a problem.
Right, and then you have to get the bug spray. You have to put down pellets.
They're just kind of part of the environment.
I don't think we saw any in this episode, did we?
Not a single Waddle Dee.
No, I love Waddle Dees.
Everybody loves Waddle Dees, and if you don't, you're wrong.
That's true. That's what I heard. So anyway, that morning, the kids overheard that Dedede ordered Meta Knight to fight Kirby because they're trying to banish him from town. And Meta Knight says that he won't attack Kirby unprovoked and suggests they send a monster after him. And I love that Dedede acts like his guilty secret has been discovered. It's like, how did you know I was into that? Apparently it's common knowledge that the monster ordering machine is in Dedede's throne room. I don't know how common.
What else would explain the constant barrage of nightmare creatures?
Yeah, that always seem to come from the direction of the castle.
And Dedede always seems to be on the premises when they're attacking.
Yeah, and always cheering them on. Escargoon makes an insinuation that Meta Knight and Kirby are related, which Meta Knight denies. Which is interesting. I don't think we ever see Meta Knight's face in this show, but whenever we've seen it in the games, it looks exactly like Kirby's face.
Yeah, he's some flavor of Kirby.
Yeah.
Do we really not have a lot of lore on Meta Knight yet?
No, not really. I think deliberately. This show is actually the biggest source of lore on Meta Knight, I think, and it's not necessarily canon, what's revealed about him in this show. But games-wise, I think he remains mysterious. There are definitely a lot of other knights who are very similar to Meta Knight, like Galaxia Knight and Morpho Knight and stuff. But
I'm okay with him staying mysterious, because I don't want Kirby to have lore.
I mean, Kirby's got a ton of lore, but it's all very interpretive and vague.
Yeah, that's fine.
Kirby doesn't tend to have a lot of text in it.
I don't want a lot of text. I don't want a Kirby visual novel that explains everything.
Yeah.
I want Kirby to remain mysterious and adorable.
I do think that is one of the strengths of it. Like, a lot of people keep coming back to Kirby because of the mysterious and unexplained, and usually very hints at some very dark, strange things going on.
I just want to be a pink cute ball and eat things.
What's the deal with Morpho Knight? Do you know about Morpho Knight?
No.
There's a butterfly that kept appearing. This little red and yellow butterfly that kept appearing in the games. And then eventually that butterfly turned into Morpho Knight, who's like a Meta Knight type thing, but with butterfly wings. And I think somewhere it said that he's like the Kirby universe's embodiment of death or something.
Fluttering Dream Eater Morpho Knight?
Did you just read that somewhere?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sounds right. He's a mysterious being in the form of a butterfly that arrives at the site of great battles to cast judgment.
It was the butterfly.
Yeah, and what was going on with what was it called? Void Termina, that was its name. The Destroyer of Worlds, or the True Destroyer of Worlds. This is from Kirby Star Allies. And when you beat Void Termina and then you get hit to his like true form, his core, and it's a ball that looks like Kirby. Like, yeah, Kirby games get crazy near the end every time. They get wacky wild.
I want to remain the Kirby in Kirby games that doesn't pay attention to things like lore or the darkness from beyond the stars. I just want to look at the cute colors and listen to the music.
I've sent you a picture of Void Termina, who is huge. It's a hulking giant, and then this is his core.
That's a bowling ball.
It's Kirby. Is Kirby a Void Termina? Who knows?
Maybe it's like Cosmog, and one day he will evolve into a beautiful butterfly that consumes the universe.
Maybe. Kirby definitely seems to be a baby something, but who knows what.
What if his job is to consume the known universe?
Oh, and he's just practicing by consuming everything in Dreamland?
Yeah. He's a baby right now, but once he becomes an eldritch horror...
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. But that every Kirby game ends at eldritch horror. I think that's been happening since Kirby Adventure. The second game ever. They're just like, all right, yeah, all of this game is the preamble until the unknowable cosmic horror at the end. And I like that. I think that's cool. And the fact that they've kept them unknowable cosmic horrors and not tried to have us know them makes them better.
I don't want to know you.
Anyway, what was happening in the show?
I don't know. Meta Knight or something.
Okay, so Meta Knight eventually agrees to fight Kirby. And we'll go back to the present where Meta Knight has arrived for the duel and Fumu tries to talk him down, but Sword Knight and Blade Knight get in her way so that she can't interfere. And Meta Knight draws his sword, Galaxia, and just sort of smacks Kirby around with the flat of it.
It's very rude, if you ask me.
It's pretty rude. And then when he's done, he just turns it to slicing angle and is like, if I'd been holding it like this, you'd be sliced in half now.
Yeah, well, you weren't, so calm down about it, Meta Knight.
The kids yell at Kirby to inhale Meta Knight, which is a wild thing to say about someone that you've known for a long time.
What's so wild about it? That's like his whole thing.
I know, but, well, I guess in the show, he usually, when he's done with the copy ability, he spits them back out, I guess, doesn't he?
Yeah.
In the games, they're just gone when he eats them. That's the end of them. So that's what I was picturing. just gonna eat Meta Knight.
Well, if you spit it up in the game, it's just gonna attack you again. That's just bad business.
That's true. Dedede and Escargoon are watching from the tank that they drive around for some reason.
They need a devious machine.
I know.
For some reason. I don't know.
It's just so
think
funny.
Of anything.
Like, they have this tank through the whole show, and every time I see it, I'm just sort of like, when has Dedede ever had a tank other than in this show? I don't think it's ever happened before or since.
They put him in the tank so they could sell toys of Dedede in his tank.
Oh, do you think they did? I've never seen one, but I wouldn't put it past them.
Maybe. So they could sell Lego sets where you construct Dedede's tank.
There's no Kirby Lego. It would be too difficult. Kirby doesn't have enough sharp angles.
It's the roundest Lego set I've ever seen.
So Meta Knight, after spending a long time just standing there in the middle of the windstorm created by Kirby's breath, he explains that Kirby can't inhale some enemies that are very big or very heavy. But he's not very big or very heavy.
We don't know how much he weighs, and it's rude to ask.
That's true, I suppose.
He's holding an iron ball, so he can attack last.
Maybe his sword is just really heavy.
Maybe.
Or maybe it's the mask.
The weight of an entire galaxy.
That's why it's called Galaxia.
Exactly.
I see. Fumu points out that Meta Knight seems to know a lot about Kirby, but they don't know if he's Kirby's enemy or not. And he's like, even if I am an enemy, I always play fair. And I was like, that's cool. Meta Knight's cool.
Meta Knight's been slapping a child for 10 minutes.
Yeah, but he was really cool about it. And then he has Sword Knight toss Kirby a sword, and he tells him to take it, just like in the games. Every time you fight him, you always get a sword.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. He always, in every one of the games, I think in every one of them, in all the ones I can remember right now, whenever you enter Meta Knight's battle arena, he refuses to fight you until you have the sword. He'll just stand there, and there'll be a sword sitting there until you grab it, Meta Knight. As soon as you grab the sword, he throws his cloak off and the fight begins.
What if you show up with suplex and you just throw him?
You can't.
That's rude.
He's simply a background element until you take the sword.
I don't want a sword fight. I want a suplex.
Yeah, I've always wanted to fight him without the sword, but you're just not allowed.
It's really rude.
It's part of he doesn't want to fight without the sword. It's the only weapon he knows.
You gotta learn something else, Meta Knight. You need some versatility if you want to be a good monster hunter.
Is that a crack at me?
No? I didn't think you'd take it so personally.
You were always telling me to learn a new monster hunter weapon, and I'm always refusing.
Yeah, I just don't understand how you can play it for like 3,000 hours and not even feel the itch to try something different.
If I want to try something different, I'll play a different game.
You don't need to. It's baked within the game itself.
I don't want to use another weapon. I'm mad that Monster Hunter Wilds makes me carry 2 weapons. I only want one.
You can make it the same weapon type.
Can you?
Duh.
This is news to me. So I could take in my poison sword and my fire sword?
Yeah, dummy.
I didn't know.
I'm always having 2 bows so that I can switch elemental damage.
2 bows.
Yeah, 2. Dual-wielding bows.
2 bows sounds like a funny name.
You're
Like
just jealous.
Tubo.
That's almost 2B.
It's almost 2B, but it's Tubo.
Yeah, it doesn't give me movies for free. I'm less interested in it now.
Wow, it's rude.
To whom?
To Tubo.
Aren't I Tubo in this?
No, Tubo in my head is just like a kid. It's just the name of a kid that you meet in a town. It's like, I'm Tubo. See ya.
What a really interesting background character.
Yeah. I don't know, maybe you have to rescue him at some point, but probably not. He's just there for flavor. He's just there to make the town feel lived in. It's Tubo.
Okay.
It means something to me.
Yeah, I'm sure you're gonna carry Tubo in your heart forever.
I'm gonna forget Tubo by this evening.
Yeah, probably before we stop recording.
Anyway, Kirby picks up the sword and he's waving it around like, I don't know what. Not a sword. To be fair, it's way too long for him.
Oh, don't you worry. It'll get longer.
He's clumsily waving this sword around. Meta Knight critiques his stance and serves him like a tennis ball.
I'm starting to think that the problem is that Kirby's just no good with the sword and shield. He doesn't have the shield element, but he's not good. That's why he has to elongate it into a long sword.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and then he could just parry everything.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he got parried here. But
he gets more than parried. He just gets the crap kicked out of him.
But as the sword fight goes on, it's pretty clear that Meta Knight's actually teaching him under the pretense.
I mean, that's been pretty clear since the beginning.
Well, not to these children.
Yeah, but why would you ever listen to these children?
Yeah, they were really frustrating in this episode.
They didn't do anything.
All they did was get in the way, really. Because it takes them so long to realize what Meta Knight is actually doing.
Yeah, and by then Fumu's already dropped a boulder on him.
Oh my god, yeah, I know. It's so stupid. Anyway, as the fight's going on, Kirby is not doing well, which gives Dedede an idea, so he drives back to the castle to order a monster. And once Dedede's gone, Kirby actually sort of starts turning around and learning to fight better. He's actually starting to hold his own, and Meta Knight compliments him on that. But the kids, who are too dumb to realize what's happening, are looking for a way to stop it. Meta Knight demonstrates the sword beam attack to Kirby, and tells him that in order to use the sword beam, Kirby must clear his mind of all thoughts, and asks him what he will do to accomplish that. And Kirby just falls asleep. I thought that was really funny.
It's a pretty good move, if you ask me.
Yeah. I did not like the bad 3D shot that happened.
I don't like any of the 3D in this show, and I don't like that it's here.
I think Kirby looks okay in 3D sometimes, but I think he's the only thing that does.
Because he's just a sphere.
Yeah, like Meta Knight doesn't look great in 3D. Dedede and Escargoon look terrible in 3D. I think this show just has a lot of 3D basically because they were trying to show off their like tech. They were like, look, we can do things in 3D, but I don't think it looked good even at the time, and I don't think it's aged well.
No.
But yeah, Kirby is just about the only thing that does work in 3D, and Dedede especially is like, he looks great when he's 2D, but then every time...
All of this stuff looks good when it's 2D. I don't get it. Why would they... Why?
Yeah. It was 100% just a tech thing. They were like, we can do it. They were so busy proving that they could, they didn't think about whether they should.
Somebody thought about it, and then they threw him out a window.
And this sweeping shot where the camera just sort of sweeps around sleeping Kirby and Meta Knight standing stock still for no real reason. It just repeats a sound effect as well, and it was really distracting. It's like this whoosh sound effect, and they use it twice.
That's the dynamic camera movement sound.
Didn't like it.
How else would we know that a camera is moving unless there's a whoosh sound effect?
You know, I can't answer that.
Exactly.
Meta Knight wonders if he should attack Kirby while he's sleeping, and he decides to give it a try. And Kirby wakes up right before he strikes, but then they're interrupted by a falling boulder. And we aren't shown that the kids dropped the boulder, but it's pretty clear that the kids dropped the boulder.
We aren't shown, but we are told, which is the best way to go about your animation.
Well, we get told later. They do lay the groundwork for it, because when the kids are wondering what they can do to break up the fight, they are standing next to this boulder, which is precariously placed on a cliff. Very conspicuously. So it's not like there were no hints. We just don't actually see them push it, and then we're not told explicitly that they did it until later.
We have to use our imaginations for a good chunk of this episode.
But the boulder, when the Meta Knight sees the boulder falling, he rescues Kirby from it, so we know he's a good guy. And in the confusion, the kids whisk Kirby away, leaving Meta Knight worried about him.
Did it seem to you that Kirby had just kind of like disappeared to everyone by this point in the show?
What do you mean?
After they whisk Kirby away, like nobody knows where he is, and I thought that included the children because they're just going around trying to find some lore, trying to get some exposition dumped on them.
Oh no, I guess they left Kirby hidden with Lololo and La La La, because we don't see Lololo and La 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 again until we see Kirby again.
Yeah, I guess.
So I guess they're tending to him, because he goes back to sleep.
Yeah.
They whisk him away, and he's just like, oh, okay, oh, well, I guess I'll sleep for real then.
That's what I would do.
Yeah. And they put a bag of ice cubes on his forehead. I don't know if it was necessary.
Yeah, I don't think he's sick.
No. He's just taking a nap. Back at the castle, Dedede turns on the monster ordering machine and tells the salesman he wants some kind of sword-wielding monster. Apparently he hasn't paid his bills for any of the monsters yet.
Why would they continue to send him monsters?
This is how it works when you're rich. When you're rich, you don't have to pay for anything.
I just feel like if anybody was going to try to collect on a rich person, it would be an evil organization that creates monsters.
Yeah, well, they do say they're going to collect on it. He's just like, I'll pay for them all at once. And the guy's like, all right, but no discount on this one.
I guess if you fail to pay, they could just flood your house with monsters.
Yeah, or repossess the castle.
That's less fun.
I think the more money he owes them, the more they can take him for in the lawsuit.
They're not gonna go to court. they're just gonna flood his house with monsters. They're an evil organization.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it's kind of funny that they're charging him in the first place, considering he's basically doing their work for them and paying for it. Because
yeah, they get to have their cake and eat it too.
like, we learn that this corporation is the true villain above Dedede. They want Kirby dead, specifically. They want these monsters to be sent after him, but they're also charging Dedede to do it for them.
Yeah, it sounds like a pretty good plan to me.
So the monster that he gets, the sword-wielding monster that he gets...
Is Bugzzy the suplex monster?
Is Bugzzy, yeah. So Bugzzy first appeared as a mini-boss in Kirby's Adventure in 1993, where he gives the backdrop ability. Because in Kirby's Adventure, every ability just has one move. For Bugzzy, you just like charge forward, grab someone, and then throw them behind you onto the ground. In Kirby Superstar, he returned, and that ability was fleshed out into the suplex ability, which still does the backdrop, but also has like a ton of other moves now.
I love the suplex ability.
Me too. It's great. It's a shame that it's not so good for boss fights, but for everything else, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
And Bugzzy is a great... Because in Kirby Superstar, Bugzzy isn't just a mini-boss anymore. He's also a helper, which means he's a playable character, if you're a player too. And he's that again in Kirby Star Allies as well. But in this show, Bugzzy has been turned into a dual weapon wielder, which he's never been before or since. And I don't know why they used him for this.
Well, they couldn't use the sword guy because it's already Meta Knight's little henchman.
Yeah, I did look it up, and pretty much every sword enemy that existed up to this point has already got a role within the game, within the show, so... But they could have made up a new one. They make up tons of monsters over the course of this show.
True.
I don't know why they chose not to do it here. It's just a shame. I love Bugzzy, and I feel like Bugzzy was squandered.
Yeah. We don't get to see him suplex anyone.
No, he doesn't do a single Bugzzy thing. And also, I resent that he's just a monster. I want to see Bugzzy as like a friend of Kirby as well. I want Bugzzy to be a character that is initially an enemy and then becomes a friend.
Is this what you wanted to see?
No. Mel has sent me a picture of Bugzzy with human legs and very detailed human feet, and the feet are the prominent point of the image.
From DeviantArt.com.
How did you find this?
I'm just looking up Bugzzy and it showed up.
Why?
It's the only keyword I've used.
What does it say?
What do you mean, what does it say?
I mean, there's a title or a description of that image.
Oh, now I gotta go back and find it. Where'd you go? Oh, there it is. Bugzzy coming through. That's the title of the art piece.
He's not coming through anything.
He's coming through your screen with his stinky feet.
But he's not. It looks like he's standing on a glass floor and we're looking up at him from below.
Okay. So the artist's description says, Bugzzy's about to land on you, but still, his feet are looking good. I don't think you'd be surprised to learn that their gallery is full of muscular creatures with very large feet against the camera.
Yeah, no, I'm not surprised. I don't like this. I don't like what you've sent me. I don't like that it's regular Bugzzy from the waist up, and they've just added human legs to him. I mean, they're blue legs, but they're still very human and muscular. But his arms are still noodle arms with mitten hands.
Yeah, the feet were apparently modeled by someone else.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's just a Bugzzy model ripped from one of the games. It looks like it's from Smash Brothers, would be my guess. I don't like
not to your liking?
No, I don't. I'm not happy about what I'm seeing.
I'm sorry, but that's what you get.
Well, anyway, let's move on. You've changed my mind about Bugzzy. I don't like him anymore.
Oh, that's not what I was trying to do.
What I just said about how I wish they handled Bugzzy, I think that's basically exactly how they handle Bonkers later on in the show. So at least there's that. I like Bonkers too. Do you like Bonkers?
Yeah. He gives you the hammer, right?
Yeah, Bonkers is a gorilla with a hammer, for anyone who doesn't know. Anyway, the kids are eavesdropping on Meta Knight, Sword Knight, and Blade Knight, who are searching for Kirby. And Sword and Blade are lamenting that the kids dropped the boulder when Kirby was so close to mastering the sword beam. But Meta Knight wants to find Kirby quickly to continue the lesson in case Dedede summons a sword monster. And the kids are still too dumb to get it.
Yeah, are we surprised?
Like, they've just listened to the three knights talking about how they were actually teaching Kirby things so that he could be prepared. And the kids are like, I don't get it. Those guys are weird. But by coincidence, they've ended up standing near Kabu, so they decide to ask Kabu about Kirby's origins. And Kabu tells them about Nightmare, the creator of the monsters that Dedede buys. Nightmare, I think we talked about Nightmare before in the first episode when his silhouette was shown, but he was the final boss of Kirby's adventure, in case you've forgotten.
I sure did.
Kabu tells us that eventually there were some monsters who rebelled against Nightmare, and these monsters were the Star Warriors, but he's unsure if Kirby is one of them.
I'm unsure if Kirby's one of them too.
Before they leave, Bun asks Kabu where he learned this, and Kabu tells them that he learned it from Meta Knight.
No!
Meta Knight knows everything.
Apparently.
He's the true source of information, not Kabu. Why are they going to Kabu? Kabu's just telling them what other people have told him.
Well, because Meta Knight's not going to tell them anything.
Kabu's just the message board.
Yeah, exactly. Meta Knight's the one with all the secrets. We only hear about it from people in town just saying things.
I love the implication here that Kabu can't keep a secret. Like, don't tell Kabu stuff. He's going to tell everything you say to small children. Anyway, Kirby's still sleeping. The kids try to smuggle him out of the valley, but they bump into Dedede and have to run. And they drop Kirby, who ends up in a fight with Bugzzy. And while the fight's going on, Meta Knight asks Dedede why he summoned a monster when Meta Knight was supposed to fight Kirby. Then he realizes Dedede was just using him to judge Kirby's sword fighting abilities.
That seems like an egregious extra step that nobody needed to take.
Yeah.
Because then he specifically asked for a sword monster. Like, why don't you just get any other kind of monster if you're worried about it?
Yeah. I mean, I think what actually happened is Dedede really did want Meta Knight to beat Kirby, but then when they were watching them fight, he was just like, I got a real itch to summon a monster. Let's go summon a monster.
It's my favorite thing. I don't know why I didn't do it in the first place.
It's because all these monster booster packs cost so much money.
He's not paying, though.
Not yet.
I don't really think he has any intention of paying.
Yeah, I suppose.
It's just an infinite monster machine to him.
That's what being the king is, baby. Owning an infinite monster machine.
Dang, I gotta be the king now.
So Kirby tries to inhale Bugzzy, but he can't because Bugzzy's too big. This Bugzzy's way bigger.
Yeah.
Than any Bugzzy I've ever seen before.
Bugzzy's usually not too much larger than Kirby.
Yeah, I guess you still can't inhale him unless he's been knocked down, but Fumu tells him to try inhaling the sword instead. And then Meta Knight throws his sword at Bugzzy's hand, which makes him drop it, and Kirby sucks it up, and he turns into Sword Kirby.
I just love that sword flew into his mouth, like, blade first, and he just doesn't care.
Yeah, we've seen Kirby eat so many bladed objects over the years.
Yeah, but I don't know. I guess I thought he went about it in a different way than blade first.
It does imply that Kirby is a lot more resistant to slicing than Meta Knight implied earlier.
Yeah. I feel like he probably has like a rubbery consistency.
Yeah. blades just sort of glance off him.
Yeah.
So we got Sword Kirby now, who I think first appeared in Kirby's Adventure when swords first appeared. But he didn't always have the hat. I'm pretty sure Kirby Superstar added the hat.
Just to make him a Link.
Yeah. I mean, it's I think it's a palette swap of the bomb hat. I would guess the bomb hat came first, because the bomb hat is Poppy Brothers Jr.'s hat.
I always forget about the bomb ability.
Yeah. It's the same hat, but the bomb one is blue and the sword one is green. And it does look exactly like Link's hat, except that it has a yellow bobble on the end.
Yeah, I've always assumed it was a reference to Link.
Yeah, in some of the games, the sword is explicitly the Master Sword from Zelda as well, but not in this show. And I think the newer games have moved away from it. I think it still has a similar color scheme to the Master Sword, but it's not literally the Master Sword anymore. But so Bugzzy summons some much bigger swords than he had been using. And then Kirby grows his sword a couple of times.
This is totally unnecessary.
Yeah, they fight for a bit, then Kirby just sits down and falls asleep again. Bugzzy goes in for the kill, but Kirby wakes up and launches a sword beam and slices Bugzzy clear in half.
I didn't like that.
I didn't like that either. Because the thing is, any, unknown monster, it wouldn't have bothered me. But this is Bugzzy, and he's my friend.
Yeah, everybody knows and loves Bugzzy.
So watching him get sliced in half felt bad to me.
Yeah.
He explodes. It turns out that up at the top of the valley, the entire town are watching, and they all start applauding.
Why are the entire town watching?
What, if you heard that someone was having a fight in the valley, you wouldn't go watch?
No, I don't think that I would.
I would. If it was someone I knew, and they were having a fight in the valley with someone who's a renowned good fighter, I'd be like, yeah, all right. What's happening?
Yeah, I'll go watch my friend get murdered.
I don't think that Meta Knight would have murdered him. Yeah, actually, yeah. Presuming that the reason they're there is because of the duel with Meta Knight. How long have they been there?
They've just been there all day, I guess.
Because it was the very beginning that Tokori told them all about it.
They stayed there through to Act 2. Everybody disappeared, and they're like, well, the show's not over, I don't think. Park it.
Must be an intermission.
Everybody, get your snacks, go to the bathroom if you need to. The fight will resume.
Yeah. Anyway, Dedede decides he's going to take on Kirby himself. Meta Knight warns him he'll be sliced in two if he tries. And then Meta Knight just sort of kicks his tank down the hill.
Yeah.
I feel like there would be repercussions for that.
What are they going to do to Meta Knight? What can Dedede do to Meta Knight?
Fire him?
I feel like that's just releasing him, giving him freedom.
I don't know. It's unclear because it's made very explicit that Meta Knight works for Dedede in this show. But I don't know why.
Right. He's duty bound to him, but I don't think that there's much else holding him there.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's got his own motives.
I don't know if there's a later episode that explains it better, but I'm not sure why exactly it is that the knights serve Dedede in this show, especially when they're explicitly giving them orders that they don't want to carry out.
Yeah.
Anyway, Fumu and Boon thank Meta Knight for training Kirby, but Meta Knight denies that he trained Kirby.
The knowledge was inside him all along.
They ask him if Kirby's a failed creation of Nightmare, but he pleads ignorance on that as well. So the kids vow to figure out Kirby's secrets, and that's the end of the episode.
I didn't like this episode.
What didn't you like about it?
Well, for the most part, it was kind of boring.
Yeah.
A show that's up to this point been pretty lighthearted and silly, and then it spends a whole episode in one place on sword training. And I don't care for the lore. I don't want the lore in Kirby.
I like Meta Knight. I did like the training stuff. I think it went on too long, but I liked the way it was written as I want to duel you, but then he's giving him pointers during the duel and
I want to duel you, but you stink really bad and it's not fair.
I like that we see Kirby improving based on the tips that Meta Knight's giving him during the fight. I think that's cute. But
yeah, I like Meta Knight as a character.
Yeah.
This is a boring episode.
It was a boring episode. I don't like the children. I've never liked the children. I feel like
No.
the thing is, like, Lololo and La 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 don't do anything, right? They're just sort of there. So I don't
Yeah.
understand why they couldn't have just had Fumu and Boon's roles.
I don't know.
Just make them
I don't know.
Lololo and La La La.
Do Lololo and La 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 talk? I forget.
Yes, they only had like one line in this episode though, and it's hard to tell that it's them talking since they don't have mouths.
Right. Because I'm guessing the only reason the children exist is because Kirby's a largely silent protagonist and we need somebody to spell everything out for us.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, that could be Lololo and La La La, easy.
Yeah.
Did you stick around for the after credits preview of the next episode?
I did.
Has Krakow in it?
Yeah. I hate fighting that guy.
Krakow's probably my favorite boss from the original game.
I've always liked his design.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Yeah.
I like fighting him because I know his patterns really well, so I can get through a fight with Krakow without taking any damage.
Right.
But you have to have like died to him like 50 times to know that stuff. Yeah, I'm trying to. Who are the bosses in the first game? Wispy Woods, Krakow, Lololo and La La La, and there's one more before Dedede. I can't think who it is though. Who's the boss of Float Islands? That's the one I'm forgetting. I can't think who it is.
Bonkers. I have no idea.
No. Because I think in Kirby Superstar, they took out Castle Lololo, didn't they? So I think they moved Lololo and La 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 to the Float Islands boss and got rid of whatever the Float Islands boss originally was.
It's been so long since I've played a Kirby.
Because the Spring Breeze is a remake of Kirby's Dream Land, but it's missing Castle Lololo, but it's still kept them as a boss. I'm pretty sure. It's been a while since I played it too. But anyway, yeah,
Right.
I'm excited to know that the next episode has Krakow in it. Disappointed because I have seen that episode before and I know that Krakow is squandered almost as badly as Bugzzy was.
Oh. I'm disappointed just because it sounds like it's going to be more lore dumping.
Yeah, I think it is. I think Krakow makes a very brief appearance and then never shows up again. So let's talk about the dub. It's a 4Kids dub, so I got a lot to say.
Oh boy.
Kirby, 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 that's the name you should know. Kirby, 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 he's the star of the show. He's more than you think, he's got maximum pink. Kirby, Kirby, Kirby's the one. He comes right, back at ya. He comes right, back at ya. Give it all that you got, take your very best shot. We're sending right back at you for sure, yeah.
How can I help you, King Dedede?
I need a monster to claw with that there Kirby.
That's what we do best at NME.
You better get it with a money back guarantee.
Oh, Kirby, 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 saving the day. Kirby, 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 he's here to stay. Don't be fooled by his size, you won't believe your eyes. Kirby, 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 Kirby's the one. Right back at ya. Yeah.
They changed the title of the episode to Kirby's Dual Role.
All right.
You know, I think the Japanese title, those kind of titles work in Japanese, but not so well in English. So I understand the change.
Yeah.
It aired on September 21st, 2002. So close to a year after the Japanese airing. A bit less, but all the music is changed as always. Dedede's tank is repainted as always.
I don't understand why.
Because green camo implies it's an army tank. So they repainted it red and yellow to imply it's a toy.
Right. I forgot that that's how reality works.
Still has a big gun on it, but
Which they fire things out of.
yeah, I bet they changed the firing sound to laser beams. It doesn't ever fire in this episode, so
Right.
couldn't say for sure, but I'm pretty sure that's probably what they've done in the past. As is pretty common in this era of 4Kids dubs, everyone's a lot more antagonistic.
Right. And everybody has an accent.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Meta Knight's angrier and meaner and is a lot less clearly instructive during the fight. It actually kind of does seem like he's just trying to kill Kirby for a lot of it. him slapping Kirby around with the flat of the sword has been altered drastically. And at the end of the slapping part, when he explains the difference that the angle of the sword would have made, we still have the shot of him twisting the sword like that, but he just says,
This duel is about to end.
Oh.
So,
okay.
Yeah, so it seems a lot more like a threat than an explanation.
Yeah.
It really does seem like, because it's clear that he's slapping him with the flat of the sword. So when he says that while he's twisting it, it seems like he's saying, now I'm going to slice you, rather than I would have sliced you if I'd done this.
Just wanted to slap you first.
It makes Meta Knight a lot less likable, but it does also have the effect of making the kids seem less stupid.
Since there's no reason to believe that he's training him.
Yeah, exactly. In the dub, the first real hint that Meta Knight is trying to train him is right after he demonstrates Sword Beam, because he sort of explains how to do it a little bit. But it undercuts that almost immediately, because when Kirby falls asleep, they kind of reversed the meaning of Meta Knight's lines.
Okay.
Originally, when Kirby falls asleep, Meta Knight worries that attacking him now might kill him, but he decides to have faith in Kirby's ability to fight back. In the dub, he instead is worried that he can't defeat Kirby, but he decides to try anyway for the sake of honor.
Kirby is free of all anxiety. That is how he focuses his power. He will be difficult to defeat, but for the sake of honor, I must try.
That doesn't seem very honorable to me.
No, to attack a sleeping enemy? No, I don't think so.
No.
They made a very brief cut when Dedede and Escargoon are going back to the castle. Escargoon falls out of the tank, and in the Japanese version, there's a shot of him at the drawbridge calling out. That shot has been cut, which doesn't really have a big effect on anything.
Right.
They probably just cut it to have a couple of extra seconds missing from the show, so they could put more ads in.
We need more ads.
When the kids talk to Kabu, instead of asking him about Kirby's origins, they ask him if Meta Knight came to see him earlier.
Meta Knight came here to see you, didn't he, Kaboo?
I'm not sure why they asked that.
Did Meta Knight come and lore dump on you so you can pass that forward to us?
Yeah, they've got no reason to think that Meta Knight would have been there, as far as I know.
Maybe the translators were like, why would Kabu know anything about this otherwise?
Kabu's story has been changed somewhat as well. Nightmare's name has been changed to Enemy.
There is a secret empire of evil ruled by one known as Enemy.
That's stupid.
That's a change throughout the entire show. He's Nightmare's.
That's very stupid.
It is very stupid, and I hate it. And the whole thing about a group of monsters rebelling against him and coming to be known as the Star Warriors isn't mentioned. Instead, he just says that a single monster has rebelled, and they assume that that's Kirby. It means that the Star Warriors aren't mentioned at all.
Maybe they'll show up later.
They will. They do. It's just strange that was changed. Because Meta Knight is one of the Star Warriors, and there's several others that show up, I believe. At the end of the show, Tiff doesn't thank Meta Knight for training Kirby. She just asks what side he's on. And instead of feigning ignorance about Kirby's origins, he says that he'll tell her someday.
But I bet you could tell us a whole lot more.
Someday.
He's never gonna tell her, is he?
I think he does. I think maybe he tells her in the next episode.
Oh.
I can't remember. But anyway, that's it. It's a bad dub, but it's not a great episode overall anyway, so.
Yeah.
I agree with you that this show is better when it's being lighthearted and funny.
Yeah.
The second episode so far is the strongest of all the episodes we've watched. The one where they're trying to find Kirby a job and a house.
That one was so funny.
It was so funny. And I know there are other episodes like that, so.
We need to get back to them.
Yeah, this was just kind of a dull one. We need the comedy back. But what about...
You already hinted at some kind of legacy about Meta Knight's sword.
Yeah, so up until this point in the games, Meta Knight's sword had always just had a generic design. It was usually just like a white sword.
Right.
But after this show aired, the games adopted and refined this design for the sword. This like multi-pronged yellow. sword. That's what Meta Knight's had ever since. It looks a little bit
Wow.
different now, but it's basically still the same. Let me find a picture of what the most recent iteration of his sword is. Here we go.
Yeah, it's not quite as fancy.
It's a bit more realistic of a sword.
I don't want a realistic sword.
But I think Smash Brothers Melee was the first game to use the anime sword design, and then Nightmare in Dreamland had it, and I think every game since has retained this funny branched sword.
I've seen some funny branched swords. They're real.
The number of points on it varies from game to game, as I'm seeing here, but
Depending on how long it is.
yeah, I guess so. Yeah, and also the name Galaxia for it. That it doesn't actually get named until later on in the show, but that is what it's called in the games now as well. So the show named it. The show designed and named Meta Knight's sword,
Wow.
and it was adopted by the games ever since. So that's neat.
Yeah. Is that the only thing?
For this specific episode, yeah. And the only other thing would be if Bugzzy had adopted anything from this show, which he thankfully has not. So
They kept him cleft in twain. He's dead now.
I mean, imagine if, like, the next time Bugzzy showed up, he had these dual weapons and he was a sword guy now.
That would be lame.
It would be lame. I would shit my pants twice a day until they changed him back.
Are you gonna, like, tell them that you're doing this?
I imagine someone will.
Please, I can't take it anymore.
So yeah, that's it.
That's it.
I don't got anything else to say about this show.
No, me neither.
Not
This
today.
episode was boring.
Yeah. Well, next time we come back, I guess next time we'll come back, we'll probably watch that Krakow episode,
Yeah.
which I think is also kind of boring. Hey, look at the list. What's a good episode? Oh, the Wispy Woods one. I like that one, I think. Dynablade. There's an episode about Lololo and Lalala's backstory. There's an episode about Kawasaki's restaurant failing. There's the Nose Man episode.
Nose Man! I forgot about Nose Man!
I'm Nose Man!
What about the episode where Dedede tries to animate his own show?
Oh yeah, that's a good one. There's the horror one that has the parody of Psycho that was cut. It's the shower scene.
Oh yeah.
I think it was cut from the English version, but when people found out it existed in the Japanese version, it went viral on the internet. Yeah, it's not a bad show. It's a bad dub for sure, but
Just has some boring episodes where they focus too much on things no one cares about.
yeah. Kirby's better when it's lighthearted and then just gets crazy dark at the end, I think. But without explaining any of the crazy dark stuff that you see.
Right, you're just going around minding your business and then all of a sudden Marx is there.
Yeah. All of a sudden dark matter becomes 0-2 and you have to shoot crystals into its bleeding eyeball.
I hate when I have to shoot crystals into someone's bleeding eyeball.
Then why do you keep doing it to me?
Somebody has to stop you.
Or...
You'll get blood everywhere.
Okay. Thanks for joining us, everybody. As always, thank you to the weird freaks who support our show. Eugene Lattig is our Club Mesmeron, and I shouldn't have mentioned him yet. Natalie No, Mark Kelly, and Jamie Core.
That's the gang.
I did it backwards. Eugene, thank you for being the Club Mesmeron. I don't know why I said your name first. It just happened.
Why does it matter?
It doesn't matter except that the flow was wrong. The flow was wrong. I know it.
Okay, I'll believe you.
If you'd like to join the Weird Freaks, you can go to patreon.com/superbreakfastfriendsclub. And there's secret episodes for members. And also you can buy those secret episodes without being a member if you want to.
And then it's not a secret anymore.
It's only a secret if you don't tell it to Kabu.
Because then everybody's gonna know.
I am Skull Pirate Mike, and you can find me on Twitch where I am playing video games most of the time.
What?
Yeah, I know. I was doing a LucasArts marathon, but that might be over by the time you find me.
You have beaten every Lucas?
I've only got 2 left. I've just got Grim Fandango and Escape from Monkey Island to do. And Grim Fandango might be over by the time this episode goes out, so I don't know.
Wow.
I might be halfway through Monkey Island by then, and then I'll be done.
What are you gonna do after that?
Donkey Kong Bonanza!
I forgot. You got it.
I got it for my birthday.
Wow.
So I guess that's everything I have to say. Do you have anything?
No.
Bye!
I think it's just a little bit of a wet fart episode.
Okay. Well, much like Kirby, they can't all be winners.
True.
Sometimes you have to have a wet fart episode to give people a break from all the quality content.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say all the quality farts.
No.
Okay.